Welcome back to another war video. So today we're facing Legion. This is War 2 of Season 37. And again, I'm using rank 4 Warlock, I'm using rank 3 Torch, and I'm using a White Magneto for the pre-fights. So I'm taking Path 9 here in Section 1, and I'm taking this Havok. So my strategy here is really kind of just back off, and I go for one heavy, and I get the Incinerate unfortunately, but yeah, I decided to go for one heavy to create some space, build a little bit of power to get my SP2 a little bit quicker. And yeah, it does about half of his health with one SP2. And I go for one more SP2 and the fight's just over. Ranking 4 Warlock is just crazy. So yeah, super simple fight. And now I have to do this next one, which is an Hulk or Immortal Hulk. And he's Conduit, and I just completely blanked on this as I went into the fight. And the way this node works is Feat of Indestructible is when I get a bar of power, they're going to go indestructible, not them. So he starts indestructible. And yeah, I knock him down, and I noticed shocks, and I'm like, oh, he's Conduit. I just completely did not think about that as I started the fight. So I get my heal block up, and I start going for SP2s. But because I have tech power back boost on, he gets in vulnerability every single time I pass a bar of power again. So this fight goes a little bit longer than I would have liked, and what I needed to do was drop my SP2s as soon as I got them, so I had more time. But yeah, I'm trying to wait out this Incinerate phase. He goes into Poison phase, I drop an SP2, and the Indestructible starts right away. So yeah, I do basically no damage off that SP2. So I go for one more. Again, indestructible, and he's almost dead here. I decided to go for some heavies because the bleed damage will do a good chunk, plus with armor breaks up, Warlock just hits so hard. And I'm gonna finish him off here, and now I'm just gonna wait out the immortality, and yeah, once it's over, he dies. So not my cleanest fight. I wasted a lot of health because I just completely forgot this guy was Conduit going into this. But yeah, he chops in about a minute and a half, so not the worst, but could have been way better for sure. Now going into this next fight, I'm taking Path 5 in Section 2. And up first I have an Immortal Abomination. So they placed this without any willpower to kind of make it a little bit harder for Warlock, but Warlock doesn't matter because he just destroys this fight anyways. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to get my Intercept right in, and I'm just going to do some pretty solid damage. And the way I'm going to play this is I'm going to bait a special ones and just rush to my SP2, and the fight will end. So nice and easy Warlock fight. Not really much else to say about this fight because it's just Warlock, just with a power back boost on, he just murders things. It's ridiculous. And this is a rank 4 Abom with no willpower on, and he's just so quick. It's gonna be under a minute, so yeah, so happy with Warlock, man. My next fight I have is just an America Chavez on Path 5 with Torch, and I have White Mags on, so that's going to be a really simple fight, like all the rest of my fights this war. But I do have one kind of tougher fight. I have Bishop on Node 51 on Conflictor, and they're not running willpower for their Bishop either, so it's going to be a bit of a different fight. It was the only fight I was really kind of somewhat scared to take. I was still expecting to solo because Warlock is just that good, but yeah, the fight, it doesn't go perfect. It doesn't go according to plan, but I'm pretty happy with how it went. So super clean fight, I think, from me. The Chavez, I mean, I got my intercept right away. I have Nova Flame. This fight's gonna be over in 30 seconds. And I don't even think I'm going to go for the second intercept here. I think I'm just going to hit her, bait out the special one, and yeah, I mean, Torch doesn't really need the intercept. I think I get it here anyways, yeah. So 30-second fight, Torch. Now he's whitelisted for this season, just murdering fights. It's funny. Alright, I'm going to place a White Mags pre-fight for my alliance mate Alex here. He's taking this with Torch, and he has a pre-fight. I don't, that's why he's taking it. And yeah, now we get to this Bishop. So a rank 4 Bishop. I'm using Warlock. I turn Suicides on. I have my boosts on. And we're going to go in here. I placed the White Mags on here as well. So the way that I'm going to take this is I'm going to do light, medium, late, medium after the start there. And that's going to prevent any prowess from building up on him from the prowess puncture node. And what I'm going to do is instead of walking up and getting parried, I'm just going to hold block and wait for him to reparry for me. And right here I decide to go just whatever about the prowess. And then he's going to dash in at me. I'm going to medium, and then I'm going to SP2, and it does a large amount of damage. And then he throws his SP1, which was unfortunate. So it's going to just kind of extend the fight to be a bit longer than I would have liked. If he hadn't thrown that, I would have just triggered Conflictor, SP2'd, and the fight would have been over. But yeah, I wait for it to end. I get my heavy in. I wait for him to dash at me, and I go for another SP2. And just so much damage, and now he's going to dash at me, one more SP2, and the fight's over. So the fight lasted about a minute. I think it was a minute and 3 seconds. Minute and 2 seconds. So yeah, Warlock, just crazy. As for war, we ended up winning this war. I think we had 2 deaths total. Good war to Legion. I love Legion as an alliance, and thanks for watching.